What's up, Heisters? And welcome to this year's first. It's better now? Is it better now? Is it still rundgång? Hello, hello, hello? Oh, shoot. It's probably the camera thingy solution then. Om det fortfarande är det. We're just fixing the audio, Heisters. Mic is low as always. Northern Evie, I will never make you satisfied with the mic. Oh, is it good for you, Heisters? Let's try to play the teaser. Let's do this. Can you hear this? Alright, Heisters, that was the teaser. If you haven't seen it, now you have. We started off New Year's with a bang. Am I right? Chat, are you with me? Did we not? Lost in Space on Twitch, hey dude, says, teaser go hard. Big Rider says, Year of Diesel 3. You must be joking. It's we're making it unreal. We are not using diesel, just to be really clear. We've used diesel enough. We're done. This is the end of the line, Mr. Diesel. That's what we're gonna tell the engine after we're done. So, before we start jumping in on everything, I just want to say welcome to everyone watching the stream. My name is Almir Listo. I'm the head of community here at Starbreeze, the brand director of Payday. And with me in my room, my little streaming room in the save house, I have Vincent with me today, one of the other crew members. And with us in chat, we have... yeah, I hope they heard you. In chat, we have Elizabeth, who is our community manager. And we also probably have Abomination Jones, AJ, somewhere lurking. Our favorite boy band member. If the Payday Gang was a boy band, then his name would be AJ. Yeah, he's here. Welcome, dude. And of course, we have the usual suspects. Evie, I saw. Maybe we'll get a Tunes. I haven't seen Tunes in a few days. Maybe they dropped the ball completely. I see a lot of first-time chats. What we can also start off by saying is this stream is going to be dedicated to just talking about the news that went live this week. We're going to spend the next hour talking about Payday 3. We're going to read through the FAQ together and just explain all of the information that we have publicly shared so far. Obviously, I know there are a ton of questions from you heisters out there. Anything from, is Jacket going to be in Payday 3 to whatever, you know. There are so many different kinds of questions. And what I can tell you is the final question in the FAQ. If your question hasn't been brought up in the FAQ, most likely, or 100% chances are, that we are not ready to talk about it yet. So we will talk about a ton of stuff, everything Payday 3 as the year develops, but now let's focus on what we shared. So before we go any further, let's take a look at the website. I can also just say welcome to all of the viewers tuning in. We got 600 viewers on Twitch. That's awesome. I can't see how many we have on YouTube right now, but I'm sure there's a ton of you. Welcome to you all. I also want to say that we have Twitch drops activated. So if you watch our Twitch stream, you will also be able to receive items. These items are dropped every 15 minutes, I believe. So as we are streaming, you just keep on watching and you'll get the Payday items. At least that's how I believe it works. Elizabeth can correct me if I'm wrong. And we will continuously update the different items that we drop, but you can expect from now on that most of the time when we stream, we're gonna have Twitch drops activated, and we'll be as clear as we can about it. I see Methelser in chat. Hello world. Hello Methelser. It's KMD says, Almir, I think the team forgot something. We still don't have Lost in Transit wallpapers in the fan service section of the Payday website. That's something we'll have to look into. Thanks for letting us know. Will Elizabeth and I will take a note of that, and we'll follow up. So, Payday 2 Enjoyer says on YouTube, Almir, I need to go. Please remember me. I remember you, dude. Have a good one, Payday 2 Enjoyer. See you next stream. Amin says, Yo, Almir, you DTF? No, I am, however, DTH, which is down to heist. So, but I will be down to heisting in maybe we do one heist today. I'm not sure. It depends on how long we just talk about Payday 3. But I feel we have an opportunity here to just let some steam off our chests when it comes to Payday 3. Just talk about it. An opportunity for myself and Elizabeth to answer any questions that we can on the topic. It's the first week of the year. So let's start by just going through the website. So, if you are completely new to Payday, you just tuned in. If you have been living under a stone, or if you were in custody last year, but you're still a huge Payday fan, you might have missed the very fact that we went live with a Payday 3 teaser during New Year's Eve. And we also went live with a logo reveal. So it's the logo you can see here. This is the year of Payday 3. Like so. And yes, many of you guessed, and you guessed correctly. What you can see is New York. Payday 3 will be played out in New York, at least to start with, right? We know the Payday gang has, like you say in Swedish, myrorna I byxorna. Myror I byxorna.
Myror I byxorna in...
Myrorna är inte så definitiv form.
As in...
It's ants in your pants.
They want to get going.
Do you say that in English as well?
Ants in your pants? I hope so.
Yeah, it sounds like something a kid would say, right? And yeah. Yeah, well, we know, there was a lot of excitement, and we wanted to give everyone, there's been a ton of questions last year, like, is Payday 3 really coming in 2023? And even though Payday Twitter man just continuously said, yes, it's coming 2023, people persistently asked, and it's probably because they hadn't, seen anything real, tangible yet. So with this reveal, we showed you the first tangible piece of Payday 3, and it's this teaser that you saw, and it's made in-game. It's pre-alpha footage, so be aware of that. The game is not complete yet, but it's from the game. So we have the wishlist now, and the wishlist now, when you click that, it takes you to the Steam store page for Payday 3. And we were super happy to be able to go live with the Steam store page. You can see it's the planned release date 2023. You can see that you can add it to your wish list right now, and creating a Steam account is free to do, so feel free to do so. Console players, even if you don't have a Steam account, you can still create it and just follow it, just to be sure that you're keeping tabs with all the latest news. If you're not doing that, you can always subscribe to our Starbreeze newsletter, and that way you'll be able to get the information. Anyway, just being active on our social media accounts, you'll make sure to see that whenever we release something new, you'll be first on it. So yeah, have a look at the Payday 3 Storm page if you haven't. I can just read through it quickly. So games developed by us, Starbreeze Studios, and for those who have been asking, like, Starbreeze Studios? But I thought you were Overkill. Well, we are Overkill, but we are also Starbreeze. The fact is, 10 years ago, or actually 11 years ago, myself and the rest of the Overkill crew, which were 20 people at the time, were acquired by Starbreeze. So we joined their team, right? So we became a part of Starbreeze. And that's why it's called Starbreeze Studios. And that's why it's called Overkill, a Starbreeze studio. So just to make that clear, Heisters, that it's still the same gang doing the things, right?
You can clearly see that Almir enjoys the game because he has 39 hours played on it already.
Oh yeah, you can see that, right? you see that this account has some hours played on record, so it's actually real. What am I thinking? I wanted to go to the community hub, Heisters. And in the community hub, what we're gonna find. Almir, that's cheating! We're gonna find the Payday 3 FAQ. So, well, we can start by saying that there are two messages. One is the New Criminal Dawn message that we posted on Sunday, just going through the release itself. But the latest and greatest, the most important piece of information we have so far is Elizabeth's FAQ that she posted on Tuesday. So I'm not gonna. Well, I am actually gonna take the time to go through this properly. So let's go through the frequently asked questions one by one. All right, and we'll take it from there. So, what is the release date for Payday 3? 2023 is all we have communicated so far. We will be announcing the exact date at a later time. What engine is the game developed in? The Unreal Engine. Ooh. Exactly which version of the engine is something we'll go into at a later time. Which character will be in Payday 3? We have confirmed the return of the original gang, Dallas, Chains, Hoxton, and Wolf. The same gang from Payday the Heist. The same gang-ish from Payday 2 until we changed Hoxton to Houston and then added Hoxton post-launch. You guys remember how it was. But they're coming back, and we haven't announced any other characters for the game so far. But stay tuned during the campaign, Heisters, and I'm sure you will find out more. Where will the game take place? Payday 3 will take place in New York. So that's the capital of the world. We're talking Wall Street. We're talking Times Square. We're talking, Statue of Liberty. We're talking in New York, New York. So if you've ever seen a movie, read a comic, seen anything from New York, maybe you even live there or have been yourself on a trip or what have you. It's a fantastic city with a lot of different things on offer, should we say. Places to rob. Will the game be available on consoles too? Yes, Payday 3 will be available on PlayStation and Xbox. Now that we're developing the game in the Unreal Engine, we can ensure that the PC and console versions are the same game and not separate games. What do we mean by that? Console heisters, those of you in chat, make yourself known. We salute you. You've been through heck and back again when it comes to console support, or the lack thereof when it comes to Payday 2. We have been very apologetic regarding the situation on consoles. We wish that we could have updated it more. We know that you want all the latest heists that we released for Payday 2 and so on. But for Payday 3, because the game is made in Unreal, we can make sure that the game on PC and the game on consoles are one and the same. And what this means is that rather than having these two different experiences that we have for Payday 2, where console players are experiencing the game in one way, and not being able to get the same achievements, not being able to get the same content in the same way. There's different solutions for certain things that we had to make in order to get Payday 2 to work properly for consoles. And why was that an issue to start with, you might wonder? And why won't that be with Unreal? Well, it's because Diesel is our own engine that we made ourselves at the studio that Starbreeze owns. And let's just say it doesn't have all of the tricks that we want it to have in order to make Payday 3 the game that we want it to be. And that's why we switched to Unreal, because Unreal is a great engine that offers us a ton of opportunity to make the best Payday we possibly can. And our team has been well versed in the Unreal Engine for the past few years, working on The Walking Dead, for those of you who played that when it shipped, to Payday 3, of course, that it is being developed in now. So Unreal is a great engine that we are very comfortable with as a studio, and we look forward to bringing you the evolution of Payday with Payday 3. So, next question. How much will the game cost at release? We have not confirmed this yet. More info will come later. I've seen a lot of questions online. I'm sure Elizabeth and Jones and our other moderators have seen them too. We haven't communicated any price point yet. Feel free to speculate in the meanwhile. We will announce it at a later date. Will Payday 3 have insert character / feature / location / heist / whatever, etc.? If your question is not answered by any of the above answers, then we have not confirmed this yet. We will reveal a lot more information towards the release, so stay tuned. You either read the whole thing or skipped ahead to the end. Either way, here's a cookie for making this far. Thank you, Elizabeth. And we made it through the entire thing. If you want to read Elizabeth's introduction, you can do so on your own spare time. Sorry, Elizabeth, but yeah, we read the FAQ. You have so what we mean by saying that the store page is open, it also means that the community hub is open for Payday 3. So you are very welcome to join us. There is already the Payday 3 FAQ pinned, the welcome message as well, and the rest of the community discussions that are going on. So you want to participate, feel free to join in, and let's have a good time. All right? Cool. That's it from that. What else? What else? What else should we talk about? We should say join us in our different social media channels if you haven't. We have the Payday Twitter. We have the Instagram, the Facebook, the TikTok. Did you know we have a TikTok account, Heisters? Well, we do, so make sure to join it. It's a Payday Game on TikTok. Just look for it. We got a YouTube. We got a Twitch, which is where you're looking at us now. We got the subreddit, the Reddit heist community. Make sure you join them for that sweet discussion. Very good community over there, having a lot of healthy conversations about Payday overall over the years. We've got links to the Steam community, of course, for Payday 2, Payday 3, and our Discord channels. The French one, as well as the, I was about to say the normal one, but you know what I mean. The default one, where all of us internationally gather, and we have a special French one that we've created in partnership with Discord in order to bring a special place for our French heisters. So we hope you enjoy that. Then, of course, up here, you can have a look at the website. You can see the logo. Ooh, the two different versions of it there. You can have a walkthrough of our games, register for a newsletter. Yeah, so make sure to follow us online, Heisters, and, you know, make sure you're keeping track of Payday in all the different channels. Oh, I'm yawning. You know why? It's because it's been a very intense week, all right? We went live with the Payday 3 announcement midnight. I did not have that many hours of sleep, midnight, New Year's Eve. And then it's been pretty intense communicating with you all heisters on Steam and elsewhere for the community team, but also, of course, for our development team who are, you know, back at work and making sure Payday 3 is going to be the best game it possibly can be. So, yeah, it felt like I just talked forever there about that, but it felt good just going through that with you all. We've got at least more than 1,000 viewers now. Welcome to the stream. Some of you might not have gone through all of this material. Some of you might have. Either way, we are super excited. This is the year of Payday 3. This has been in the making for the past 10 years for me personally. To be able to finish the trilogy with you heisters. Some of you have been with us for the entire time of Payday. It's gonna be amazing. So really looking forward to it, and it's gonna be an epic launch. Yaris_TF says, as a first time chat, your beard is beautiful. Thank you very much. Payday 2 enjoyer, you're still here. You say, Almir, I was disappointed by your last stream. You kept blinking. Yeah, you mean the 8-hour stare? I think I said at one point, I'm streaming for 8 hours. It is literally impossible for me not to blink once. So I might just as well blink however much or little I need to, right? Lazy Dark Lord Gaming says, Game of the Year, Payday 3. Listen, there's one thing I know about awards, and it's that you don't give them to yourself, right? So if you think we deserve a Game of the Year award for Payday 3 when you have it in your hands and have spent countless of hours heisting, robbing banks, and getting paid, then, and only then, may I say thank you. But now it is hopeful speculation that I appreciate, but I'll let you and your friends be the judge when you get your hands on the game. Yeah.
No, you apparently give awards to kids on stage, right?
What's that?
Well, you know, nowadays you apparently give awards to kids.
Yeah, apparently so.
And Bill Cosby's rabbi.
Yeah, that was strange. Goat Simulator 3 collab when? Well, it's funny. The Goat Simulator team are also a Swedish game developer team, and we are actually very good friends with them. And we did a collab in Payday 2. However, I have a hard time seeing us making a Goat Simulator collab for Payday 3 unless it is really, really something the community wants. Because the last time we did it, it was not only happy faces, it was also some sad faces from you heisters out there. Ruben Kuna says, Almir, I have a question. Will you answer my question? Yeah, well, it depends on your question. You can ask it and I'll see if I can answer it. Penguin12 says, will Payday 3 have Steam Workshop support? As you probably noticed, Steam is the platform on PC for Payday 3 that we've announced so far. We're super excited to be on Steam. We have a long history of interacting with our Steam heisters and our Steam community. So, and I know there's a lot of excitement in the community about us finally being able to announce that we're coming to Steam. So yeah, absolutely, we're coming to Steam. And regarding the mod workshop, you know, we love modding. We love what the community has done with modding. Mathelser, who is here with us in chat, is one of the many modders, one of the more active ones, if you will. And maybe one of the more handsome looking, I'm not sure. I haven't seen them under their mask. But either way, awesome at making mods for Payday. Really appreciate their work, their craftsmanship with that. Exactly how mod making is going to look for Payday 3 is something we are going to have to talk about at a later time. It's not one of the questions in the FAQ, so we can't answer it just yet. Same thing Elizabeth is answering in chat there regarding the heists. We're going to be able to talk about the heists, specifically which heists we're making for Payday 3 and what they are and what they're about and all that as we get closer towards launch. Costmine is asking, will Vlad the Ukrainian be in Payday 3? My name is Vlad. Oh, it's a cool name. We haven't announced any other characters in Payday 3 yet, other than the original 4 heisters. So I can't answer your question yet. But that in itself is an answer, so yeah. I'm gonna answer all questions that I read up, but some of them are of the meme kind. For example, the question, where was it? Where did I read the question? I'm seeing so many questions, it's hard to keep up. Hold on, let me just grab one and see if I can answer it. Hey Pinimbi, one of our Swedish streamers who also partook in the 10-year anniversary event live, if you remember it, if you saw it, heisters. Pinumbi is asking, is the Hoxton in Payday 3 going to be Payday 1 Hoxton or Payday 1 Hoxton or Houston in Payday 2? is the Houston is the Hoxton in Payday 3 going to be the Payday 1 Hoxton? It's going to be the Payday 1 Hoxton in the sense that it's going to be the Payday 2 Hoxton, right? It's not Houston, it's Hoxton. So it's not a switch where we somehow like when we added Houston, we then made the storyline so, together with you in the community, that Hoxton, the reason he wasn't part of the crew was that he was in jail. Because as a matter of fact, Heisters, if you would never have blinked an eye when we added Houston, we probably never would have re-added Hoxton to Payday 2. And it is, I would argue, only because you Heisters voiced your opinions that we started talking about it for real in the studio. Because I remember it very vividly how we designed that event and how we made Hoxton a reality in Payday 2. And I mean, we read your comments and we were like, yeah, maybe we can make it a reality. He went to jail, so we recorded. Euroheisters remember that voice call? You can hear it in one of the Christmas albums, the one we did in 2013 with Hoxton. The first track is a monologue, or it's a dialogue between two characters. Hoxton's lawyer, who is then portrayed by our then game director, David Goldfarb, and it's Hoxton himself, portrayed by the ever so talented Pete Gold. And they're having a conversation to each other about the reason why he's in jail and what he wants to do. So yeah, Hoxton is the one, not Houston. I move away from the mic in order to yawn. Sorry, Heisters. It's not because I'm not interested. It's because it's been a 7-day heist really this week. It's been pretty crazy. And also this stream is in the afternoon in Sweden. So it's almost 6 o'clock here. And we're leaving the studio after, Vincent and I. But it's great to be able to wrap up the week with you Heisters. There is a holiday tomorrow in Sweden. I believe it's Equinox, right? It's
Epiphany.
Epiphany, sorry, not Equinox. Equinox is something different. Epiphany tomorrow. So it's a holiday in Sweden. So we're gonna take some time off, which is gonna be nice. I love the questions as well that are trying to lead me into saying wrong. Like, for example, Ray Fact 8, I love you, man. You say, is Payday 3, will it be higher than 10 USD? Right? Because you're trying to have me go, yeah, oh shit. We haven't we haven't announced the price point yet. So my answer to you is a question mark. Like, we haven't said it yet. It's not higher or lower than anything because it's not announced. That's what I'm saying. Let me see here. Alex Kenny says, how likely are we to see Jimmy and Wick? Jimmy and John Wick. You mean Kick the Wick? Weren't you one of those who just wanted to kick the Wick back in the day? I think you were. I think you were one of those who were super angry about John Wick being added to the game, no? And then over time, you know, you've grown close to the character, you've watched the movies, you've been like, yeah, you know, Keanu Reeves, it's not, you know, he's in his prime. Maybe I am a fan anyway at the end of the day. But yeah, Kick the Wick, you know, we're huge fans of John Wick here at Starbreeze. We worked closely with Lionsgate, who are the movie company behind the John Wick movies, and even with Keanu himself. As we were making the VR game back in the day, we made a John Wick VR game. If you didn't know that, we called the Impossible Task, I believe it was called. And but yeah, I would love to see John Wick in Payday 3, but we haven't announced that, so it's all speculation. The other question was Jimmy, and I think the interesting thing about your question is both characters that you're referencing are movie tie-in characters. So we've done a lot of collaborations for Payday 2, like over 30 of them, all in all. And some of them have been tied to movies. And Jimmy is tied to the movie Hardcore Henry. If you haven't seen that movie, I suggest you do. Not only are there Payday trivia, like Payday hints in the movie, it's also a banger of a movie that is filmed in a very unique way and has an ensemble of extremely talented stunt coordinators and actors. Unbelievable stuntmen and women. So Jimmy in Payday 3 is unconfirmed because we have only confirmed Hoxton, Dallas, Chains, and Wolf. I'm reading comments about virtual reality support for Payday 3. We haven't announced any virtual reality support based on our FAQ. If we do, we will make sure to let you know. VO memes, Mr. Almir, do you know who will create music for Payday 3? We haven't announced that because it's not part of the FAQ. So that's all I will say regarding that for now. But for Payday 2, right now, we have Gustavo is making the music. And we love Gustavo. He's a fantastic composer. For all of you heisters who are asking questions like, will Ulf be back? The developer we used to work with who portrayed the character of Wolf. He was also the creative director and game designer of Payday. No, he is doing his own thing. It's the same reason why we haven't updated the Wolf lines for Payday 2. They're both Simon and Ulf have created their own company, are doing their own thing, and we wish them the best doing it. Poki Yamamoto on YouTube is asking, is Payday 3 compatible with the PlayStation 4? So again, it's a very specific console question, which I appreciate, and I would love to tell you. However, in the FAQ, we haven't been that specific. We will be more specific later on, but that's as specific we can get as of now. Alex says, hey Almir, how do you feel about Payday 3's development so far? I've been part of the whole journey, dude. I've been here for the past 11 years. And I can only say that I am so proud and so stoked and so hyped over what we as a team here at the studio are able to accomplish together when we... It's like with any good heist, right? The perfect crime. It's the result of a unit of heisters working together to achieve our goals. And it's the same way when we make the heist games. It's we need a strong group of 4 heisters, 1 ghost, 1 technician, 1 mastermind, and 1 enforcer, you know, who each know their role and can do their part. So that's my answer. I'm very fucking excited. And we are going to give our all. I will give you my all, pretty baby. That's us making this game, all right? Will we have a Breaking Bad collab with Bryan Cranston's voicing Walter White? Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be
and
amazing.
Why didn't we have that in Payday 2 already? Well, I mean, we did kinda. We had Gustavo Fring, didn't we? I want you to work for me. You remember that trailer? The dentist, you remember him? You recognize him from somewhere? But you want to go further. You want Walter White himself. You want us to cook with him, right? You know, you want us to have an escort mission with Walter where we go like, let him cook, and we just protect him while he's doing the cooking, right? Because that's maybe the heist is about us producing some high quality meth, right? That's probably something that Walter White would be doing. And he would hire the Payday gang to protect him doing that, right? From a, I don't know, rival cartel or what have you. DC TLP says, Giancarlo is fantastic. Yeah, I totally agree. Giancarlo Esposito, who portrays Gustavo Fring and the dentist in Payday 2, is an amazing actor. Did an amazing job portraying him. And if you haven't seen our live action trailer of The Big Bank, it's kind of old now. It's actually 9 years old, that trailer. You should have a look.
Have you seen him in his new show where he's actually a bank robber?
No, I haven't actually. But it's on Netflix, right? I
Yeah.
saw it's got some weird name.
Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope, yeah.
I started watching it, but I haven't.
I was like,
finished
Kaleidoscope. Is it a is it a fantasy or? But it's actually
It's a yeah,
story.
and
It had some kind of sci-fi thing to it.
no, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far into it, but the episodes are randomized, so
Okay.
you watch it in a random order.
Really?
So if you watch it, it will be different from me watching it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah. On
Okay.
purpose.
Interesting. We've got a question here from Blue Scully 2002, who says, "Hi Almir, will some of the Payday 2 items like skins and weapons, cosmetics carry over to Payday 3? That is, if you guys decide to carry over some of the weapons for Payday 2." Super good question. It's also first time chat, so I salute you. Welcome to the Payday community and the Payday chat. It's a super good question. Obviously, like, whenever you play a game and you know there's a sequel coming, I remember, back in the day when I played Baldur's Gate, the first one, and then I heard news about Baldur's Gate 2 coming, and they were talking about, you can transfer your character, and your character's choices in one game is gonna, holy shit, That all sounds so exciting on paper, but at the same time, something we realized when we jumped from Payday the Heist to Payday 2 is that what you need to keep in mind whenever we make a new game is that a new game in the series, in the Payday franchise, is also a new opportunity to start fresh, right? I remember when we did Payday 2 that a lot of players felt that it was great to be able to start off a clean slate, and that they didn't want, those that partook in the beta to keep their experience and so on, because that would be unfair, because we want everyone to start off the same path, right, at the same time, and explore Payday 3 together from that point. And I like that, I like the idea of you and me, no matter if you are a veteran heister or a wanker, we get the same start point. Then, of course, there are always opportunities to highlight your veterancy. Like, if you're a heister who've been playing Payday 2 for a super long time, I would love to be able to highlight that in some fashion. But with any video game, right, you know how it is, heisters. It needs to work well. It needs to fit well into the experience. It needs to be nice, like not just something where you go, I don't care for this, Maybe then we could have spent that development time and put that into something else that would be more beneficial to you. So I can't say a clear yes on the question or no on the question regarding items carrying over. We have a FAQ that is up now. We do not go through this question there. We will touch on this topic in the future as we get closer to the launch of Payday 3. But as of now, I can't answer it. Still, great question, and it's super interesting to talk a bit about that. Lisa Killis, GEWP. Are you finally gonna release the Payday 2/3 soundtracks on Spotify? Good question. I actually came out of a meeting earlier today where we spoke about the Spotify release for the latest album that we released as part of the Texas Heat campaign, I believe it was. Right? The Gustavo Coutinho album of last year. We are looking to get that to Spotify, and previous music done by Simon Wiklund and others. We're also looking over that. I know you heisters have a lot of favorite songs that not all of them are available on Steam yet. I would love to get that to you, but I have no more information on that topic now, unfortunately. We will be able to update you on the Spotify launch later. Northern Evie is saying on Twitch, are we ever gonna get Ryan Gosling as a heister? I need my Ryan Gosling fix. I remember we spoke with them briefly for Drive back when we were making Payday 2 at the time of its release. If you haven't seen Drive, it's a movie starring Ryan Gosling.
Great movie.
A great movie, right? And it's almost a mix, the movie, between like Payday and Hotline Miami. So great movie. Really watch it if you haven't. Randall Duncan says Almir heist when in all caps. How do you mean? We have a heist called Breakfast in Tijuana where you rescue Hayrudin, a character that is portrayed by me. But I assume what you're asking about is a literal heist with me, about me, or whatever. We don't have anything like that, even on the paper design stage, unfortunately. Maybe in my own private stack, I got it. Almir, please add mask for Dallas that is a pirate hat by pirating Payday 3. Oh, I see how it is, Kamakan21. So if you pirate Payday 3, you get the pirate hat in game instead of the normal mask. Sounds like a unique take on the whole piracy question, you know. My preference would be that you buy the game to support us as an independent creator of video games and entertainment for you heisters. Even though we are publicly traded as a company, we are still independent. Nobody tells us how to design Payday. We tell ourselves how to design Payday based on our interactions with you heisters out there. It's this magic in between the two of us that is making Payday into Payday. So that's the cool thing about supporting us and not pirating the game, right? It's a different kind of crime. That's not the type of criminal activity we're doing here. It also feels kind of like pirating games today. Like, really? Come on.
Yeah, they're so cheap. Just get Game Pass.
Yeah, just get a Game Pass, dude. There's so many. Play games on mobile. It's all free anyway. Let's see. I believe it's a Korean username. I can't read the symbols though, but I recognize Korean when I see it. Is that fucking God Game, right? I think you mean is Payday 3 gonna be a good game? I hope so. I mean, it's whether or not it's good is something I want you to tell me, not me to tell you. And you will only be able to tell me when you've played it, which you will be able to do later this year. Zola Ray is trolling me a little by asking a question they already know the answer to, and that is completely overkill pack resale when? And I can just clearly say we are not engaging the completely overkill pack anymore. It will remain what it is forever. You understand? Like a vampire we've dug down 1,000 miles underground, you know. We aim to keep them there. Why did I say that? Is it because I've been watching some kind of vampire movie or whatever? I don't know, I'm thinking a lot about vampires lately. What else? Error Technical on Twitch asked, are we getting more nationalities for heisters in Payday 3? You mean like new heisters from different nationalities than we already have among the 20 or so heisters that exist in Payday 2? That's a great question. Not something I can answer right now because we've only announced the 4 original ones, but it's a good idea, I think. Sad Yasin 20 first time chat says can't wait for this game. Thank you very much. Appreciate that support. Always happy We've got a lot of developers watching the stream as well, who read the comments, what you write, and so on. So of course it gets them excited to push that a little extra when they see people like you being excited for the game and being positively hyped and supportive of what we're trying to achieve here. It's not easy to perform perfect crime. A lot of things gotta go right. Let's see. Any more questions, Heisters? We've almost spoken for an hour now. Jesus, I can just talk my ass off. Unbelievable. Here's an easy question for me to answer. It's from Desroysters Nolan asking, Payday 3 will be on consoles or no? Yes, Payday 3 is coming to consoles. Clip it, put it out there. Let me look you in the eye and say it. Payday 3 is coming to consoles. All right. More information about this is going to be in the FAQ. What you can read in the FAQ is available now. What we will add to it later will be added to it later, and I obviously can't talk about that now, but that much I can say. It's going to come to consoles. Galaxy Kid says, Florida Heist. Florida is the Sunshine State, right?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
think it is. Yeah, I think because
the Hurricanes.
Counterfeit plays out in Florida. If I'm not super wrong, all of a sudden. So we already have a Florida Heist in that sense, but we haven't announced any Florida Heist for Payday 3. And I think when you say Florida Heist, are you talking about Florida Man? Because then we're talking about something completely different. Which would be I don't know what kind of heist you were imagining, but it cannot be good given the fact where that meme stems from. Jonathan Byers X asks, Go Bank in Payday 3, please. So for those of you who don't know, Go Bank is a reference to the CSGO Bank, Roberts Bank, that we put into Payday as a collaboration between us and the Counter-Strike Valve team. And we had a lot of fun making that heist happen. So in Payday 2, you can rob Roberts Bank, Go Bank, and even get away with it. Will it make a return for Payday 3? It's also like a hot topic. I remember when we went for Payday the Heist to Payday 2, nobody, not even their mother, wanted to see a previous heist in the new game, right? Because you feel like it's just copy-paste work. When as a matter of fact, it's not. You gotta rework a ton of stuff. Even though Payday the Heist and Payday 2 were made in the same engine, obviously the engine changes over the years the games were in development, and new features are being added. Not necessarily all of the code, all of the data involved, all of the assets are up to date or even work properly when you try to make the same thing again. For Payday 3 though, will the Go Bank make a return? I cannot confirm that yet. You will just have to wait and see what heists will be part of Payday 3. Apollo says, we need more spoons. I can only assume you are referencing the comically large spoon, and to that I say, how about you? I salute you. It's a good reference. How can you not want more spoons? And I guess the real answer to that is, I guess you gotta go bully. Bully. It's me who you're gonna bully eventually, but possibly. But go talk to Russian Badger. All right, let's see. We've almost done the full hour, Eister, so I think we're gonna wrap up by answering some more Payday questions, especially from 3 if I see any. Love you, Almir! Big prick, I love you too. No offense, but that's your nickname. You're not a big prick in my eyes. Nada asks, is Almir's toast making a return in Payday 3? I actually gotta check that on Monday. I'll ask the crew, the entire team. Is my toast making a return? If it's not, I'm not having it. Is that what you want the discussion to be? What else? Hope you had a good time, Heisters. We have a ton of viewers over 1,000 people watching on Twitch, which is great to see. Welcome all of you. Hope you've had a good hour so far. And hope you'll be back next week. And can you imagine? Sooner or later, we will be playing Payday 3 on this stream. That is a fact. The question only then remains when, right?
Yeah, Shaq going nuts for that.
I'm reading the chat. I'm trying to make sense of it all, Heisters. If you haven't already, like we said in the beginning, make sure you follow us on our different social media channels. Make sure you follow us and wishlist the game on Steam. We want to take that top wishlist position, right? And then whether or not you decide to put your money down on the product, that is up to you. But we will do our best to gather your curiosity and gain your attention. All right. Jared Kerr is asking a super interesting question about the narrative and the atmosphere and the tonality of Payday 3. They're asking, is Payday 3 going to be darker in its tone? So imagine, like, I would argue maybe when you say darker in your tone, you're thinking less Goat Simulator and you're thinking more Heat, right? More Reservoir Dogs or something like this. And I can definitely tell you that Payday 3 is going to be a game. It's going to have a tone. No, I'm joking. Listen, Payday 3 is the result of all of this time and effort that we together have put into the Payday universe. And what I mean by that is that Payday 3 is not only us developers putting in our time into making it happen. It is also the combined knowledge that we have of your opinions, your thoughts, your wants, and so on. Questions and comments like these, like what do you like and what do you want? And we take all of that combined with our skill set and the resources we have at our availability, and we do the best we can out of it, right? So it's not making games is not a straight line. It's very intricate. Viper20 a boy asks, can I be a beta tester? First of all, we haven't even announced a beta yet for the game, but if we were to announce a beta, then yes, I would invite you as a beta tester. How I would do that, how we would do that, we would still have to see, but there would be different ways to invite heisters to join. So Tekonda, first time chat, really interesting regarding the teaser that you saw. They're asking, will we see gameplay in the next trailer? So I think it's important to say that what we showed earlier today or earlier in the year here, as the start of the year, it's not a trailer, it's a teaser. And it's exactly that, like an appetizer, if you're going out for a multi-course dinner or a set-course menu with 7 dishes, 9 dishes, 3 dishes. You usually start with an appetizer to get your flavors going, you know, to get you in the right mood. And having said that, that's probably what I want to end this stream on, because we're going to be back in 7 days, heisters. Maybe we've shared something new then, who knows. Either way, we're going to be able to continue now officially to talk about Payday 3, to answer questions about Payday 3, to make sure that you are as ready as you possibly can be about the game. And on that note, wouldn't it be beautiful to... But the drops. Did you get the drops, by the way? The Twitch drops? Did they unlock for you? I hope so. We'll review it properly for next week. And if anything else, we're going to make sure that you can get more drops next week. All right? You got them? Yes. Enjoy those drops. Do we have a last question? Should the last question be, will there be an NFT heist? Oh my god. Should there be an NFT heist? Are NFTs valuable? Is the heist that we're stealing an NFT that has value? Or is the heist that we're setting up a pyramid scheme where we invite others to purchase our monkey cartoon images, and that's the heist? So we're, understand what I mean? Like, there are different ways to attack the problem, if you will. Oh, NFT heist. We've been joking about doing like art gallery heist. We have a specific art. The art gallery heist in Payday 2, right? So we do a specific event where we say, oh, there's a NFT. What do you call it? The NFT event at the art gallery, and they've put up the cartoon monkey images, and we have to rob those. And the funniest thing would be when you actually complete the heist. Maybe they're not worth anything because the coin or whatever the fuck it's tied to has just flunked completely. Super rug pull. And maybe like a chance on hit that it just explodes in value. Like, yeah, there is someone who's got way too much money that bought your NFT collection for $100 million. You made it, heisters. It's payday.
Yeah, you robe Logan Paul, right?
Yeah. Jeez.
Topical.
Waifu heists. All right, now it's definitely past midnight for some people. No, there is no waifu heist announced for Payday 3. Right now, I'm just seeing a lot of questions about characters making a return in Payday 3. Obviously, that lets us know that you all have different favorite characters. So we're gonna keep you on your toes to make sure that you still keep that curiosity going. Will your favorite character make it into game? Who knows? Stay tuned to find out. And that's exactly where we're gonna leave you this week, heisters. So this Thursday was a lot of talking. I think it felt great just walking us through the Payday 3 news, talk a bit about that, talk a bit about the FAQ, answer some questions from chat. Great seeing the big turnout today. Awesome seeing all the excitement in the comments, both everything from critique to interesting questions about possible features and so on. All right, heisters.
Maybe we should end on the trailer again.
Yeah, should we end on the teaser again, heisters? What do you say? Can we get a yes in chat if you want to end on the teaser? You want to do it? Sure. Probably a lot of you have seen it multiple times, but listen, I don't mind seeing it again. You know why? Because it reminds me of the fucking fact that Payday 3 is a reality. 10 years later, heisters, we're seeing the trilogy of Payday happening. You are here for it. We are here for it. It's Payday, motherfuckers. Let's watch this teaser one last time for today. Let's end the stream on that. And let's see each other next week. And let's pray to all the gods that are out there that sooner or later you'll be able to see and even touch Payday 3 yourselves.
Amen.
Amen to that. Let's put it on and let's get the fuck out of here after. All right, heisters? Let's do this. See you next week, heisters. Keep those helmets flying. This is Almir and Vincent signing out.
Bye, guys.